YouTube, what it is, it's your boy Diesel from Diesel TV. All right, man, I'm back with another one, okay? All right, so we got another viewer submitted question, all right? And this is coming from Mr. 392 Marshall. All right, I have a 10.5-inch barrel, 300 blackout AR for home defense. I would like for you to make a home defense rifle video from a civilian and a law enforcement perspective, all right? So I decided I'm gonna make a video, okay, about home defense, but it's not gonna be just on AR rifles or rifles, period. I'm gonna make a home defense in 5 categories, and those 5 categories are gonna be pistol, rifle, shotgun, knife, and yourself, okay? Those are the 5 categories I'm gonna talk about from a law enforcement perspective when it comes to home defense. First off, let's talk about the pistol, all right? You guys have seen this before, okay? This is my SIG P320, all right? This is one I keep, you know, in my desk drawer or whatever. It has a laser light on it, but y'all have seen the video on that. So, pistol is a great home defense weapon, all right? I keep them in my house. I got them all around my house in some different places. It's not something that I keep by my bedside. I keep something different by my bedside, but I do keep it around the house just in case I'm not at my bed. So the pistol is one thing that a lot of people gravitate to because it's easy to store. You can store it in your sock drawer. You can store it in a little small gun safe or something like that. And you don't have to worry about your kids getting to it or anything like that. So that's why a lot of people choose the pistol to use as home defense, because it is so easy to hide. It's so easy to store. You can basically put it pretty much anywhere and you have access to it if you don't have to worry about small kids or anything like that. One thing about the pistol, and one thing I'm gonna say about everything that we're gonna have, that I'm talking about today is that training makes everything, man. You can have a pistol and it could be the best thing for you when it comes to home defense, and it could be the worst thing as well. If you don't have any training with your pistols, then you're basically just like having nothing, all right? So a lot of first-time gun buyers, if they say they want to get a pistol and they ask me what should they get, but they really want a pistol, I usually tell them if they have no experience when it comes to a firearm, I usually tell them to go with a revolver, because a revolver, there's no rack in the slide to make sure it's good to go. There's no safety with it or anything like that. Usually when it comes to a revolver, all you have to do is pick it up, point it, and pull the trigger. Bow. And you know, you got a round down range. But and that's usually what I tell people that have really no vice when it comes to a handgun. Other than that, you just want to make sure you have all the training you need to have with that handgun, because when the time comes to use it, you are sufficient at using it. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying that, you know, they want their home defense weapon to carry this many rounds, or, you know, since it's going to be at home, I wanted to have a 30-round magazine. A lot of people say 30-round clips, but we all know a magazine. But when it comes to home defense, man, I'm not too worried about how many bullets the gun actually holds, because usually, most of the time, when I've seen these, you know, home invasions working 15 years as a cop, it's usually like 1 or 2 rounds and then the person runs away. So why do you need 30 rounds, a 30-round magazine for break-in, you know? Now, I'll talk more about those other situations where somebody might need a 30-round magazine or something like that, but we're just talking about a regular just home invasion, all right? So, like I said, pistol is a great option as long as you have the training that you need to, you know, manipulate this gun, or a revolver. You still need the training on that as well. Moving on to the next one. All right, the next category is gonna be rifle, all right? This is a great option, you know, but there you go again, you're going to need the training with it, all right? A rifle is a great option for home defense. Only concerns I have when it comes to a rifle is over penetration. And that comes with any handgun, firearm that you use. You do run the risk of over penetration regardless of what you have. So just be mindful of that. It's just with a rifle, it is a lot more possible to have over penetration than it is with a handgun or a shotgun or something like that. So be mindful of that. I personally do not use a rifle when it comes to home defense. I got more than just me in my house. I got neighbors that I have to worry about. I've seen, I haven't seen personally, but I have heard stories of different, CERT teams doing, entries, and they have to fire their rifle and it goes through 2 or 3 houses. And that's just not something that I want to have to deal with when it comes to defending my home, okay? So I don't use an actual rifle. Mr. 392, he has a 300 blackout. 300 blackout is not that robust of a round as 223. I don't have any 300 blackouts as of yet. I plan on getting one, but even with that 300 blackout, you still have to worry about over penetration. So it's just one of those things that I just don't want to even worry about when it comes to home defense. Now, I might, go to a 300 blackout for a truck gun, something like that, that it is a good round for a truck gun or something like that. But when it comes to home defense, it's just not, a rifle is just not something that I really would go to when it comes to home defense, okay? All right, the next one is gonna be a shotgun, okay? We all know what that sound is, okay? This is a shotgun that y'all have never seen before. The secret's out. I have not shown you guys my whole gun collection, and I will not be showing you my whole gun collection. You might see guns that you have never seen before in different videos, and this is one of them. This is a Maverick Model 88 that I use for my home defense, okay? This is what I keep by my bed, and there are, a number of reasons why I keep a shotgun by my bed for home defense. One of the reasons is because a shotgun just leaves more room for error. I do drink from time to time. As you can see behind me, I got my cigars right here, and then I got another thing of cigars right here. So I drink all this stuff around here when it comes to me drinking. I got vodka, bourbon, whiskey, and all that stuff that I drink with my cigars, and I've never trained while drunk. So with that being said, I feel like, and this is my opinion, I feel like a shotgun leaves more room for error if I so happen to be a little tipsy after going to bed and somebody would, breaks into my home or something like that. I feel like I have more room for error when it comes to this, all right? Now, that going thing of, everybody knows what the shotgun, and when they hear the shotgun rack, they gonna run off and all that stuff. My philosophy behind that is, I'm hoping I got the shotgun rack before they can hear it. I rack my shotgun right when I hear something happen in my house. That's in the bedroom, in the back of the house. So more than likely, I don't know if they would hear it or not. Really, I don't care if they hear it. I would like for them to hear it and run away, and hopefully I don't run away, but that's not what I'm banking on. I don't bank on that. Also, another thing that they say is you don't have to aim with a shotgun, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Why would you not have to aim with a shotgun? Now, with this, it is a pistol grip. I see that it is a pistol grip, so I am hip firing, but I still gotta aim. I still gotta use some kind of aim when it comes to this shotgun. Because I use double-aught buck, and that's only 8 BBs, which would probably make a pattern at 10 yards, probably make a pattern smaller than my fist, most likely. So I do have to aim with this shotgun, but it still leaves a bigger pattern than a 223, 9mm, or 45. It'll still leave a bigger hole than that, and I have more chances to hit with those 8 BBs than just that one, slug coming out of a 9mm or a 223. So that's why I use a shotgun for my home defense, and I feel like a shotgun is the best thing for me because, like I said, I might take medicine, I might be on some NyQuil, I might be just sleepy, and somebody breaks in, and I want something that's going to give me the best opportunity to defend myself when it comes to a home invasion. Now, how I load this is, I load it to where it's going to shoot 2 buck, 1 slug, 2 buck, 1 slug, and that's how I load this thing. Okay, I do want to have that 1 slug in there just in case I need to really try to be as precise as I can at the time and really put something downrange on target. Hopefully those $2 would be enough to defend myself when it comes to a home invasion. Like I said, it's usually just 1 or 2 shots and that person is running off like it's nothing. All right. So that's my shotgun. This is what I use. This is my go-to when it comes to home defense and defending my home. Okay. All right. So moving on to the next thing, man. We're going to talk about a knife. Okay. This is the Benchmade Mim Ravis. All right. Benchmade Mim Ravis. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know for sure. But a knife is a great tool, okay? And I know some of y'all are probably looking at me like, okay, why are you talking about knives when you're talking about home defense, when you got a gun and all that stuff? Has anybody ever heard of the 21-foot rule, okay? This is what we trained on in law enforcement, the 21-foot rule. If somebody has a knife within 21 feet of you, they can get to you and stab you before you can get your gun out and get a round off. It's been tested. It's been proven. It is something that we all in law enforcement abide by, that 21-foot rule. I'm not saying that I'm sitting here trying to calculate 21 feet. All I'm saying is if somebody got a knife out, I got a gun out, okay? So with that being said, if I cannot get to a gun and I just have my knife, I still have a fighting chance. It might not be as good as with a gun, but why not have all the tools and use all the tools in the toolbox instead of just leaving yourself with a hammer? Because a hammer can't screw in nails. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have all the tools available to you that you could use just in case something may happen. You never know what kind of situation you're going to be in. Prepare for everything. That's what I do. I prepare for everything. Okay? So a knife is a good option. All right? I've answered calls also where females were grabbed by somebody and they pulled out a knife and just started slashing and the person ran off, and all we had left was blood from that person. That person was nowhere around, and that's all we had left. Now, as far as catching that person, we had to match up DNA, and there were some successful. There was a successful case at one time. There were more unsuccessful cases than there were successful cases, but I do know there was a successful case from somebody being grabbed and a knife being used to cut that person. So a knife is a very good option. Do not sleep on a knife. I think everybody should have a knife available to them as well as a gun. So don't sleep on the knife. All right, moving on to the next one. And the last topic is you, man. You have got to be prepared to let that person know somebody is home. I wouldn't suggest anybody just laying wait, in the dark while somebody jumped through the window and then pow, you shoot them. I just don't condone that, man. Even though that person is doing something to break into your house, and yeah, they might be doing something that could bring harm unto them, I don't think anybody should just be laying wait, try to kill somebody or trying to shoot somebody. That's just not cool with me. So somebody's trying to break into your house, what I usually do if somebody's, if I think somebody's breaking, I've never been in that situation before. Let me reiterate. I've never been in this situation before. But if I think somebody's outside my window or outside my door and, they're up to no good, I always make myself known. I let them know, look, somebody's home. I might turn on some lights or something like that. You don't know how many calls I've been to where the outside camera shows somebody at somebody's window. Right when they cut on some lights, the person runs off. Or somebody's jiggling the door, and right when they say, who is that, they run off. Just like I don't know if you guys have seen the Ring doorbells, but somebody walks up to the doorbell and they might not even be at home. They just answer the Ring doorbell from their phone and that person just runs off. So, you as a person, it's a great tool to deter somebody from trying to break into your house. Now, the only problem with those situations is that those situations are not documented as attempted B&Es or anything like that. Those situations are more documented as suspicious person or a trespasser or something like that. So there really aren't any statistics to show how a person's presence deters a B&E or anything like that. Now, on the topic of defending yourself, okay? I've been on YouTube watching YouTube videos on defending yourself at home, and it kind of feels like these people are preparing for war. There has never been a time where I've answered a call and somebody was breaking into somebody's house and they just had a flat out gunfight, like bullets flying everywhere, changing magazines and things of that sort. I have never, ever answered a call like that. Now, there has been times where somebody has gone to a house and they broke into the house and it was like a scene off of Scarface where that person was trying to kill another person. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is just a home invasion, or somebody breaking into a house, trying to get your TV or find some money or some jewelry or something like that, and they think that you're not at home or something like that. Now, if you're in the lifestyle of you got a trap house or something like that, yeah, you're gonna want to have something like AK-47 with a 100-round drum, or a handgun with a 30 mag clip, 30 round magazine clip, or whatever you call it, and it, something like that. Yeah, okay, I can understand that, but I ain't even talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people that's just at home and wanting to defend themselves of their property. Living the lifestyle of just trying to defend yourself, you and your family. Anybody that's trying to defend coke and drug money, you're gonna need an army, of course. I mean, that's just the lifestyle. You're gonna need that. But just sitting at home trying to defend yourself, I don't think you need to be concerned about being in an all-out shootout. Now, there are some things that I want you guys to think about when it comes to defending yourself in your home, okay? That gun is going to be very loud when you fire it, okay? I don't think anybody should be considering getting a suppressor when it comes to home defense, because you want everybody to know what's going on at your house if you do have to fire your weapon, okay? So when it comes to firing the gun inside, if you've never heard a firearm fired without your ear and hearing protection on, you're in for a rude awakening. Those dang on things are loud. They are very loud, okay? There has been so many times where I've seen somebody had to fire their weapon inside and they run away like they're being shot at because the gun scares the living crap out of them, So just be prepared that if you have to fire your weapon inside, it is going to be very loud. You need to mentally think about that, okay? It is going to be very loud when you fire your weapon inside. Also, you want to think about getting something that can pre-warn you if somebody's coming up to your house, man. Get some motion sensors, I got a Ring doorbell and it lets me know if somebody's walking up to my house from the front, you know what I'm saying? And I have other security measures also to let me know if somebody's at the perimeter of my house. I have a security system. I have cameras all around. I mean, I just have something to pre-warn me if something is going down, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you might want to consider those things also, because if you're prepared for that person to break that window before it actually happens, then you will be more prepared to use your firearm, get to your firearm, and get to any kind of weapon that you need, or be a knife, or just to let them know that you're there. All those things can help out when it comes to defending your home, all right? I don't think I've ever seen it to where a total stranger picks a house and just is so determined to get into that house where if they get ran away, then they come back. I've never seen that before. So if you can run that person away from your house before they break into it, more than likely they're not coming back, unless they just know what you have in your house and they're just determined to get in your house. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to thank Mr. 392 Marshall for his comment, all right? Home defense. Let me know what you guys think about what I said today, man, in the comment section. Let me know. Also, make sure you like my video, you subscribe, and you share, all right? And y'all know what it is, man. I'm out.